Hey guys, Jarek and Komodo here, going to be doing some more Black Ops 2. This time we're doing some Domination on Raid. I had 3 really good games on Raid, pretty much one right after another. The only reason I got 3 is because the first 2 happened one right after another, then the lobby merged with another one on Raid again. So, yeah, I had some pretty good games. This time using the Peacekeeper, I used an SMG on all of them. And let's just go straight into this gameplay. So, let's answer the question. Okay.
Raptor spinning around.
And then that guy's trying to do it, but the sensitivity is way too low. But yeah, questions. This question, asked by someone with the most amazing username ever, Uncle Chester the Child Molester. Alright. I had a hard time saying that with a straight face. I actually wasn't able to do it. But this question, it's actually a good question though. Favorite class in Killing Floor, and which of the 7 should I max first? I'll answer the second part of that. Sharpshooter is definitely the class you should go for first. Why? Well, because you only spawn with a knife and a pistol until you get to level 5 with your other perks. So really you don't have any reason to do anything other than Berserk or Sharpshooter on the first wave, unless you really like to weld doors a lot, but that's just more reasonable to do that later. And you can still level up your welding points without actually being support specialist, but yeah, Sharpshooter is the most logical thing to do, just because those headshots, they add up very, very quick on the first few rounds when you only have your pistol. So that is definitely what you're going to go for first, unless you really, really like going Berserker. Then you can just pull out your knife and then kill all the clots pretty easily. But yeah, one or the other, I would recommend Sharpshooter. As for my favorite class, I played the game so much, I'm level 6 on all the perks, so everything's maxed out. I can't say I have a favorite. I like the game that much. I like playing as all of them. I know how to play all of them effectively. So, if I had to choose, I would probably either go Commando or Firebug. So, yeah, I don't know what that guy was doing. I was looking for him for a while. So, oh god, car.
Nice.
I was really lucky. I was running into the car and he didn't blow it up for a moment. That was just pure panic. Then I'm trying to dance away from the shotgun. Not going to work. But yeah, if I had to choose my favorite class, it would probably be Commando or Firebug. One or the other. Again, I don't hate any of them, so that's just if I had to choose. Commando is just, the assault rifles are really satisfying to use in that game, and Firebug is just that trench gun, that flare revolvers, that flamethrower. That flamethrower is kind of OP in my opinion, to be honest. It's fun. It's a really fun game. It's, Tripwire, as I've said before, they completely understand that guns are essentially characters in video games. So they really do put a lot of attention to detail on their guns, and they make them fun to use. And that's very important to them, so really I can use any of them. Even Berserker is fun to me, and I'm usually not much of a melee person, but I don't know, something about cutting off a clot's head with a katana. Sounds terrible to say, but whatever, it's really fun to do.
I'm gonna say that mine is probably gonna be Firebug, but I mean, my persona's name is Latin for fire, go figure.
I think I'm pretty sure I've said this before in videos. I am totally not a... what's the word? A pyro? I mean, you think I would be, but it's probably because I've gone camping once a month my whole life. Fire has been more or less a tool than anything else. It's not really... I mean, sure, it's kind of fun to play with and throw things into the fire or whatnot, but I'm so used to fire kind of always being there. I use it to cook, I use it to get warm. That's kind of how I have always viewed fire. So, I don't know. That's probably why I'm not really a pyro.
Eh. When I left LA, I actually burned a lot of the stuff that I didn't want and couldn't take with me.
Forest fires in the non-forest areas of LA, because fuck trees in that area, apparently. Oh my god, I hate going to LA, and half the reason because it's like, oh hey, suddenly everything is concrete for fucking ever. There literally is just no trees for blocks in LA. And living in the Northwest, that is really, really odd and foreign to me.
Who are you telling? When I moved here, I could smell Christmas everywhere.
That is exactly what Raptor said when he moved here. So, when Raptor moved here, we came over, and we picked him up out of the airport. When he got out of the car, when he got back from the airport, his first words were, "Why does it smell like Christmas?" Which is funny to anyone that lives in the Northwest because you understand it. If you don't understand it, the Northwest is all a temperate rainforest. It's nothing but pine trees here. We don't have to worry about raking our lawn. We just have to worry about a bunch of pine cones. And essentially, our snowball farts, what? Our snowball fights are throwing pine cones at each other. That's what we do for fun. So
That's what you do for fun.
that's what we... Dude, I played baseball for such a long time, and that's what we always did. Like, there's a break where we're not really doing anything during practice or a game. Just start throwing pine cones at each other. Have fun. So... yeah, least favorite class? I'd probably have to give it the Demolitions Expert, to be honest. You know, it's still fun to blow shit up in that game, but it kind of makes you a little bit limited in what you can actually do. Mainly because you possibly, you know, a good strategy is to pick up an off-perk weapon so you have something good for up close, or just use the M4203. Or, you know, you basically need to use a little bit different strategy that is, you can't just blow up everything anywhere, otherwise you'll kill yourself. So it makes it a little bit more complicated to do, it makes it less, I don't know, it's just less fun to me, really. I mean, it can be fun, but I don't know. I don't really prefer going Demolitions Expert myself. I can, and I will, at times, because I still enjoy it, but it's nowhere near as good as the other classes, in my opinion. That's not to say it's not good, but it's not as fun, is what I should say. It's still a very effective class that can really help the team.
I'd have to say my least favorite is probably Commando, because I'm pretty sure you already know the reason. Trying to level it up.
Oh, right, yeah. I was about to say, why would you hate Commando? It's like one of the strongest classes, or not really strongest, just most versatile. But yeah, that's an entirely different rant I can go on about, and I'll explain it to the people that don't play Killing Floor. In order to level up Commando, you need to A, get a bunch of damage with assault rifles, which is very, very easy because, you know, you're just going to be killing with assault rifles. That's what you do with that class. I got to my level 6 requirement for that while I was still level 4. The reason being is that you also need to kill stalkers to level that up, which are fairly rare in comparison to everything else, and if you have a team that's not really nice, they're going to kill them before you get a chance to, and it only counts with very specific commando weapons. And it's a ridiculous amount of them. So it is just obnoxious to level that class up. It seriously is. It's not fun. That is the only class where I downloaded a level to just a level being a map, an extra map off the workshop, just to level that class up. At that point I was like, I have played this game for like 300 hours, I'm still not level 6 with this class, despite the fact that I beat the Patriarch almost every single game. Fuck this shit, I'm just gonna cheat, basically. And I don't feel bad for doing it at all. And I'm sure anyone else who plays Killing Floor will understand that too. So yeah, once you get to level 6, it's not so frustrating. You won't be able to relate to that at all.
No.
What? I think you're only like, what, level 1 and 2 for pretty much everything?
Except for the Firebug.
What class are you for that?
What class? You mean what level?
Shut up.
I want to say probably somewhere between 4 and 5.
If it was 5, you would know, because that's when you start spawning with stuff.
Oh, okay, then it's 4, because I have the fire grenades.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that shows up at 4. So, yeah, I don't know. Long story short, oh god, I got killed by my own swarm there.
Wow.
My own explosive hit that guy and killed me. That is so unfortunate. What was I even talking about? Right. It's a fun game. If you have not played Killing Floor, seriously, and you have a PC that is capable of just turning on, chances are you're going to be able to play it, because it's really, it's not a PC consuming game. It doesn't take much out of your computer at all.
But just know this, because I had to deal with this for a while when I was playing it at first. If you're playing it on the absolute lowest settings, enemies will start twirling around. Really? Yes.
I've never seen that.
Like, they'll be walking at you and just spinning, still walking toward you.
That's like, what game is it? Where it's Battlefield 4, where you first start and everything's still loading in and people are sprinting backward. They're like doing extreme moonwalks. It's pretty amusing, actually. But yes, if you haven't played Killing Floor, what are you doing? Go buy that game, like, right now. That game is absolutely amazing. It doesn't matter that Killing Floor 2 has been released. You can still enjoy Killing Floor 1, kind of get into the franchise. I guarantee you Killing Floor 1 is not going to die after Killing Floor 2 comes out at all.
Wait, I'm sorry, Killing Floor 2 was released?
No.
That's what you just said.
I said when.
Oh.
But yes, and if you don't decide... Oh, also, Killing Floor 1 is pretty cheap. I think at full price it's 20, but this thing always goes on sale. So you can pick it up for like $5, and it is completely worth it. even if you bought it full price, like, I don't regret that purchase at all. That is one of the few games that I continuously play and just never stopped. And I think the only games in that category are... I would still be playing Fear Combat if I didn't have server-side issues with them. I'd still be playing Vegas 2 if it weren't for the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty much Rainbow Six, Vegas 2, Fear Combat. Obviously I still go back and play Half-Life 1. Waiting for that full retail release of Black Mesa Source. I go back to play Black Ops 2 pretty frequently, actually. And then there's just Killing Floor, which is kind of there. Also Smash Brothers, because I play a hell of a lot of Melee and Project M. Fuck Brawl, though. Man, I decided to play Brawl. Actually, hold on. I'm going to keep that rant for the next video, because there's a lot to say about it. But yeah, those are one of the few games I actually go back to play, and Killing Floor is one of those games. That's one of the biggest things I have in a game. Replay value. Because I don't want to play a game once and then just never play it again. That's kind of lame. So Killing Floor is one of those games that you can play forever and still enjoy. And on top of that, there's a ton of mods for it, a lot of different maps, which really keeps the game alive for you. Long story short, go buy it. What are you doing? Why don't you own this game? 2.5 million people own it. You need to be one of them. Become a statistic. Anyway, it's been some more Black Ops 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.